Mole National Park, the largest protected area in Ghana, with an area of 4,577 square kilometers, hosts the largest elephant population in Ghana. Mole National Park is undertaking a project to mitigate the threats to elephants in the park as an elephant range. The project title is Elephant Conservation Through Law Enforcement and Stakeholder Engagement in Mole National Park and its corridor. This is funded by the African Elephant Fund under the small-scale funding agreement between the United Nations Environmental Programme (UNEP) and Mole National Park.
This exercise has become very necessary because we think that the population living around Mole National Park need to be educated on the importance of the elephants generally and the Mole elephant population in particular.
This project will help secure Mole National Park and the Red Volta Valley elephants population, which is a shared population between Ghana and Burkina Faso, through effective law enforcement within the park, monitoring and safeguarding their movement through the corridor, and collaborate with the local communities to check and control invasion and marauding of their farms and to reduce or prevent retaliatory killings.
Mole, we have a lot of elephants. We have over 400 elephants in the park. Yeah, and then elephants are, all the time they come to the pool, they take their bath, and then they feed around. Then when they feed 16 hours a day, the 24 hours they use 16 for feeding, 4 for resting, another 4 for sleeping. Yeah, and then they feed on the trees, the grasses, even salt lake.
So far I've only seen elephants and elephants poop. And the elephants are huge. I've never been to Mole before. Well, the elephants are fascinating. Like, they eat 300 kilos of food a day.
The importance of the elephants needs not be overemphasized. They are important seed dispersers. Elephants play an important role in the ecosystem they inhabit. Protecting elephants means the ecosystem will also be conserved. They provide water for other species by digging holes in dry riverbeds. The wide paths they create as they wander through the bush or forest serve as fire breaks.
Female normally confine themselves in 2 years because of their younger ones. They protect them, and then the babies. This is what I mean. So we never encounter a female elephant within the 3 square kilometers here. Never see this problem unless about 6-10 kilometers. Before you can then, maybe if you are lucky and you're part on safari, then you can spot them somewhere.
Mole elephant population is the only remaining viable savanna elephant population in this country. They are not only ecologically important, but they are the major force attracting close to 17,000 tourists, both nationals and non-nationals, to the park. And so they are very, very important species, apart from the fact that they are wholly protected. They play a major role in sustaining the ecosystem of Mole and also promoting tourism development in this park.
Elephants have played significant roles in the history, lives, and culture of people over the centuries. Usually, a single calf is born after a gestation period of 22 months. Young elephants, when after 6 to 18 months, although they may continue nursing for over 6 years. In the savanna subspecies, each family unit usually contains about 10 individuals, although several family units may join together to form a clan consisting of up to 70 members led by a female. Forest elephants live in smaller family units.
These are some of the species that some were poached and others being died naturally, and the remains have been put here. Right on my left, on my extreme left here, is the skull of a male elephant. Also, we have beside it is the lower jaw, then the front foot. Behind, right behind you is the ear of the elephant. up is the skin of the elephant that is used in designing the map of Mole National Park, which covers an area of 4,577 square kilometers, followed by the map of Ghana. On top of the bench, you have the trunk of the elephant, which is the most sensitive part of the elephant. It's sensitive because it's used to drink, to feed, and also to smell. Yeah. Also here is the baby elephant or the fetus of the elephant, which the mother or being poached in the year 1982. We've managed to preserve the baby up to date. In hands here is the trunk or the ivory of the elephant, and this is the main reason why people poach the elephants. This is not the full length of it; it's just a broken piece of it.
The park is virtually an island, and surrounded by 33 communities and a large human population. So that in itself, with a lot of agricultural fields, fringing the park. The unfortunate thing is that we don't have buffer zones surrounding the park, and so farmers, cultivate crops right to the boundary of the park. And then these elephants from time to time do cross over to feed on these crops, and that is creating a lot of conflict. Some of these elephants get killed sometimes as a result of the damage to their crops. And so that is the biggest threat we have. And so our advice is that anytime these farms come under threat by elephants, the population or the farmers are advised to get in touch with the park authority so that we can assist them to protect their fields and also to ensure the security of this wholly protected species.
Well, the experience I would like to share when I go back to Accra is about the greenery in northern region. Like if you go to Accra, most of the place they're cutting the trees down, and it's not good. Like it will cause extinction. Oxygen, the trees produce oxygen, but then when you come to this part of Ghana, there's a lot of greenery. Like if you're on the road coming, you see a lot of greenery, and I think that's good for the wildlife and for us humans.
Well, we doing education, we establishing wildlife clubs, we go to the communities, we educate them, and of course the other benefits, they do benefit apart from direct employment, they benefit to the tourism development that is going on in the park. So of course the benefits are visible, and we're trying to hammer home this.
In fact, this is not my first time I've seen an elephant, but as today I've learned a lot of things about the elephants. I learned that the elephants, they are the biggest animal in the park, and when they are pregnant, they take 22 months to give birth, and they easily become annoying when we make noise, and they're also friendly as such, but they are not all that friendly. But if you comport with them, you will see the friendly aspect of them. What I have to tell to the people coming to Mole National Park for the first time is that the elephants are not all that dangerous, but when you provoke them, they become very dangerous. And as I'm a part of the Mole Wildlife Club, what I have to say to people is that with the Mole Wildlife Club, we protect the plants, we protect the animals, we educate people about the animals, and we tell people that not to come into the park and kill the animals because the animals are also source of income for the country, and so we are not supposed to kill them, and we have to protect the animals for our future generation to also come and take a look of the animals.
I can't say that all the elephants in Mole are friendly. They are wild animals. They are wild elephants, so they are wild. But those elephants that are within the tourism zone of Mole National Park have over the years gotten used to tourists, and so they are no longer aggressive as you would find somewhere else. And so you can just get so close to the Mole elephants and you are safe.
with an estimated elephant population of over 400, of which majority are restricted to the southern sector of the park.
We haven't scientifically carried out any survey since 2006, but we do monitoring, as the law enforcement team, as they go about their anti-poaching patrols, they collect data on animal species, including the elephants. So we are able to, through the encounter rates, tell trends. We would not be able to tell you exactly what the number of elephants we have in Mole now. In 2006, we had 401, but we believe that the numbers are slowly, increasing. But until we do a proper census, we'll not be able to give you figures now. But we think that we are closer to 1,000 elephants in Mole. The most critical threat, I think, is illegal activities, especially logging. In the whole zone, the Mole fringes. These elephants, once upon a time used to have a bigger home range. Those have been fragmented now, but we still have few corridors, adjoining forest reserves and then creamer areas where they still move out to, feed on fruits, to visit water holes, especially the Bui National Park and the Kenikeni Forest Reserves. All these places are being disintegrated. Farmlands are spreading all over the place, communities are spreading all over the place. And like I did indicate earlier, some of these elephants, in the course of visiting some of these areas, get, killed because they trample on farms. So this is the biggest threat, population expansion and the springing up of, villages and farms around the park. I think this is the biggest threat. In fact, elephant population everywhere is critical. They are wholly protected species. They are endangered. Numbers are decreasing. But like I indicated, Mole, we are doing our possible best to either maintain the population or to increase the population. That requires a lot of resources. It requires a lot of resources, and the government of Ghana alone will not be able to, provide those resources. So we are counting on calling on, people who are capable, individuals and organizations who can support us, to really protect a Mole elephant, because they are very important population in the whole of West African sub-region.